Yes! Yes! Boys are back in town. They are back. They're back. They're back. The legendary Armenian American new metal, alt metal, hard rock band, whatever you will, band System of a Down has come out of hiding. It's been 15 years since the last release, whether that be a single or an album. The last one was Mesmerize and Hypnotize, both released in 2005, and since then the band's broken up. It's been silence. Now, at this point, these guys should need no introduction. You have to be living under a rock to miss them, especially if you grew up throughout the 2000s and were at all involved in popular culture. It was impossible to miss the cult hits like Sugar and Aerials, and even harder to miss the Billboard charting successes of Chop Suey and BYOB. This band is one of the few anomalies in the music sphere where the critics and the fans both agree every album is a classic. They haven't released anything that's garbage so far. They have a perfect track record. Now that is so hard to say. Originally, when I started off filming videos, I wasn't planning on doing reactions, but this was an opportunity I couldn't pass up when I heard about this new release from one of my favorite childhood bands. 2 new singles. I haven't heard anything from them. I don't know anything about them. Naturally, I'm a little bit skeptical because I sort of am from the school of thought where generally return to form albums, reunion albums kind of suck, just as a majority. Now, that doesn't mean there's not exceptions, but generally, and even if a band does get back together after a long hiatus, it usually takes them a couple of albums to get back up to speed with their originals. Look at American football, for instance. Now, these guys have been touring for the last couple months since early... Actually, I don't know how long we've been touring together. In the months coming up to this album, which does give me a little bit more faith for the cohesion as well as their artistic chemistry together as musicians again. Now, there's 2 new singles that they dropped. They've been dropped as one package deal. I'm gonna check them out both right now and react to them. Again, I haven't heard anything. I'm just really excited. This was one of my favorite bands of my youth. And it's really nice to see them come back. But my excitement is a little bit tainted by my nervousness for it being really bad and ruining the perfect track record of a great band. The first track here is called Protect the Land. Second track is called Genocidal Humanoids. We're gonna check out Protect the Land first off. Okay, good little riff so far. Okay, nice and slow, nice and heavy. I'm into it so far. Classic System harmonies already. Man, it sounds like these guys didn't skip a beat. You got Darren's vocals in there mixing with Serge as well, just like classic System track. Could be a little heavier. In my opinion. This is the side that System swayed toward later in their career, which I like as well, but I'm a fan of the earlier stuff off of their self-titled, and oh, there's a little heavier. Very political lyrics. I can't quite pick out what they're going at yet, but definitely in the vein of System style. I actually looked into them, and this is what they're about. This track's 5 minutes long and already getting a little bored of it, to be honest. I need more. I need to switch up. I need more energy. I don't hear enough of Serge on the track yet. The more I hear this riff, it actually is getting a little more washed up. We got a nice progression from the more aggression back into that thin, and now we're blowing up again. Again, I feel like Darren is the main vocalist right now. I feel like he's the lead singer. Serge is kind of supporting him underneath, which is strange considering Serge is like notoriously one of the best singers of all time. I'm feeling lukewarm. I'm feeling the same way I feel about the new Deftones album, actually. Maybe it needs repeated listens. It's got to stick a little more. This just doesn't have that zaniness that System of a Down used to have that really appeals to me, is that off-the-cuff strange mixture of different styles and genres and just like kind of an absolute lack of giving a fuck musically that I appreciated about their old work. I don't know, a little more on the like operatic rock side of things almost, and I don't know if it's got a place in the current music sphere as much. I think if they had have leaned into like aggression a little more, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I haven't heard the second track here. This next one's called Genocidal Humanoids. That sounds a little more aggressive. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to put my foot in my mouth. It's possible. I'm ready. We got Darren again though, but it's cool. There's Surge. Okay, I'll eat my shoe, I guess. That's pretty heavy. That's a little more like I was expecting. That's a little more System of a Down for me. Ooh. Yep, dramatic. Last beats. Oh! Okay, this is way better, night and day. It smells like black metal. Thank you. Bro, throw the other one out the window. This is what's up. Because we got Surge on it again, though. I like that. I like this part. See, Darren and Surge are trading off well, like classic System of a Down. It's not just Darren melodically dominating it. Riff's pretty heavy. It sounds frantic the way Surge is like. Yeah, this is much better. Well, that's it, I guess. That's the new System of a Down tracks. Interesting. Okay, initial thoughts. First one was okay, so I was like interested, but I think it's just too goddamn long. Also, I don't like the structure. I feel if you put Genocidal Humanoids before that first one, you would have got my attention a lot quicker, and I would have stuck around and listened a little more intently to that second track. Slower, emotional, trying to drive a bit of a point home, but you can't really drive a point home if no one's listening. The song itself, I'm sure, is fine. I'm gonna listen to it a few more times to see what I really think about it before I make up my mind. But that second track, bro, Genocidal Humanoids, that slaps. That's going right on my gym playlist, like immediately. That's got like some good energy to it, and like I said earlier, it sounds like they never skipped a beat. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I don't mind the fact that the other one's a little slower cut, because that's always been a side of System of a Down. They've had that slower, more melodic side, so I think to just leave that in the dust would be a shame. So if you're gonna return to form and keep fans happy, I guess it's probably a good idea to do both sides of your sound. So actually support that decision. Do I think the song was amazing? Not really. The second one, yeah, quite a bit better. I'm gonna let them breathe a little more, and I'm gonna look into the lyrics and see what I actually think of them. But that's my initial thoughts to these new two System of a Down singles. So far, I'm intrigued. I'm pretty excited. I'm assuming there's cooler stuff to come. If that's the first two singles that they put back together since this reformation as a band, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do down the road, if they stick together, if this is a thing that continues. I don't know how long this reunion's gonna last, but for the moment being, I'm psyched, looking forward to it. Hopefully there's an album down the pipes. I'm actually gonna go research that now, I'll let you guys know. So yeah, thanks for listening.